Tang Hui has finally come home to the mountains of Sichuan province. For 6 years he worked in the factories almost 1,000 miles away in southern China, making handbags and backpacks, a job he's had since he was just 16. But now he's just one of an estimated 20 million unemployed workers from the country. For Tang, this is not the homecoming he imagined. He has no job, the economy is getting worse, and he fears his only option now might be farming. It's really hard work, he says. None of the young people want to farm. The income is extremely low. It can only feed one person, barely enough to keep his stomach full. Small villages across China are now struggling to cope with a sudden influx of laid-off factory workers, a reverse migration, and all looking for a job. Tang's uncle never left the village. For years he worked the land and says many won't be able to cope. It'll depend if they can take the hardship, he says. There won't be much money if they do farming at home. In this family, Tang, his new wife and his aunt have now lost their factory jobs, where they worked long hours, often 6 or 7 days a week, but were paid around $300 a month. And for a while, Tang even had dreams of buying a small, modern apartment, but not now. Nobody likes to live at home like this. You can see it's so dark. And then he adds, it's so hard to do farming. As the family gathered for the traditional New Year celebrations, the family dinners and fireworks have been a brief distraction. Of course I'm worried, says Tang's mother. How can they live with no job, with no money? That's a question being asked by millions of others, probably 20 million others, in small towns and villages just like this one across China. John Vause, CNN Beijing.